Friday, May 15th. Oh, my Skype came up today and said, it's Lynn's birthday. Happy birthday, Lynn. I hope it's right. Last time I got a Skype message about somebody's birthday, it was off by months. So, anyway, what is going on? It's been kind of a fun week. Really, well, I guess I say that all the time. All the weeks around here are fun. Let me see if I can head off on a different path. This was a really tough week around here. Well, let's see, we had a really easy song. How about that? Can't beat a 3-chord song that has no bar chords in it. There are a lot of those, I stuff, but of course, Free Fall and Tom Petty. But and the question about that Dermot asked about playing his bar chords, no, don't. But it looked like this. Okay, there you go. F, B flat, sus2, and C7, sus4. Let's see. So maybe more Tom Petty on the horizon. As I started doing that lesson, I thought, you know, it's been too long. Or maybe it's been not too long. I don't know. Keep me posted on what you think about more Tom Petty songs. There's about 5 or 6 on my list of... Uh-oh, that wasn't it. It's A minor, huh? Oh, that's reminding me of something. Watched this Doors thing the other day. Oh, it was 1968, the Hollywood Bowl concert, and I couldn't stay with it for very long because every time I tuned back, Jim Morrison was in some rant or rave about one thing or another that it was seeming really dated. You know, when they would tighten up and play a song like that one, Alabama Song. Well, that's what was in my head. I don't know if it goes anything like that, but then it was cool. But when they went into the long wandering ones, when the music's over, the end, what was the other one? Anyhow, I went back to the baseball game. But you might want to check it out. There's still some pretty cool stuff in it. Anyway, okay, enough about the Doors. What was I really talking about? Tom Petty. And more Petty tunes will probably be happening. I have just a few things I want to talk about today. This one's going to be kind of short. Although that thing I played at the beginning, that's going to be today's mystery song because that just crossed my my playlist this morning as I was driving up to a meeting I had, and it made me think of other songs that I've always really liked. Hopefully somebody out there recognizes that. It's pretty obscure. We do have one song up by this band. And I haven't done that one yet. Oh, that's too many hints. Okay, but I got to get to. I heard through the grapevine because that has spawned a whole bunch of cool things. One was the Marc's version of his play along, his karaoke version almost of playing along with Ian Anderson and the gang, which was really fun to watch. So congratulations, Marc, on that. And that brought me up to something that I think where there are a handful of other Jethro Tull songs that I have neglected, partly because we have a lot of them. We have like 10 of them. There's a whole pack. Speaking of packs, we're back on the pack production thing. So people that are not Target members that are sometimes interested in picking up a 5 or a 10 pack or a 6 pack, I think we've got a couple of those, of different artists. This week we came out with the Everly Brothers pack, 5 cool tunes by the Everly Brothers. And we have that whole ball is rolling again as we're getting more of the infrastructure up to 20th century standards. No, 21st century, well, maybe 5 years ago standards instead of some of the 10 years ago stuff that we're getting on. Anyway, so keep your eye out for more artist packs, and also along that line, people have asked about, I think it's Guitar Geography is something that we have only available to Target members, but we are working on that. So I've gotten a couple questions about, is that going to be available as a standalone package, and that is in the works as well. So hopefully we'll be getting to that in the next couple of weeks. Because I've done a lot of theory and other packs, the Guide to Reading Music, the ear training stuff, a lot of that has been not yet put together in something that we could have as an individual thing. So let's see. So that reminded me of a couple of Ian Anderson's tunes that I can't give you a hint right now because it'll spoil the whole thing. But what else did we have this week? So coming up, well, I was going to say an obscure tune by them. There are no such thing. Kind of like the Beatles. If you're a Tull fan, you know every song. You might have missed some on A. That was an album that had some pretty weak stuff on it. Lap of Luxury, Under Wraps. That's the one. That was the album I'm thinking of too. But even then, there were some cool things that snuck through on some of those albums. Budapest and Catfish Rising had one or two. I don't know. Those are the 90s Death Row Tull albums. Had some cool stuff in them from time to time. Okay, let's see. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, I guess I might as well give you the rundown of some of the other things we saw this week. Do I need my capo? Let me see. I probably do. Oh, too tight for up there. Let me see this. There we go. Hope some of you are taking a stab at that, because as even George pointed out, it was sort of a precursor to Here Comes the Sun, and it's a little easier than Here Comes the Sun. It's a little bit more regular. That's, of course, If I Needed Someone, one of his 2 tunes from Revolver. I'm sure we don't have to go into the trivia of what the other one was, but there's a good pause for thought thing. So that was one of the tunes we had this week with a capo. We, of course, had what I already mentioned. Oh, you know what? So that's right. When I mentioned C sus4, C7, no, we want just C sus4, not C7 sus4. Ah! See, I had to put the capo on and hear it to hear that, nah, that was dressing it up a little bit too much. What else did we have? Oh, I want to thank Vanessa for her U2 lesson on Every Breaking Wave. Why am I going into drop D? I was going to play something, I guess I'm going to tackle I Heard Through the Grapevine. Section coming up this week. I gotta finish this hopefully today. I don't know if it's gonna happen yet or not. But in the middle of that lesson, some weird things started happening, and I couldn't quite get to it. But we are gonna get to the chorus of that, and a little percussive playing in there, and maybe even a cool solo. Let me think. How am I gonna do this? You know, something like that. I haven't quite. I think I might have hinted at that in the earlier part of the lesson. But let's see. That's enough for my drop D plan. There's something else I was going to play in drop D today, but it's fallen off the radar. And the other, is that all the lessons we had this week? If I Needed Someone, Every Breaking Wave, Grapevine, and Free Fallin'. And then a fly on the wall that we didn't really talk about the song much at all, but it sort of got inspired by Ron working on Wish You Were Here, which brings me to what ended up happening with that, because I don't know if I have any more video. Oh, well, so Ron had Dave Nachmanoff play a house concert at his house in Monterey the third weekend in April, so not too long ago, about a month ago now, and he played a couple of songs with Dave. In the beginning, he played his Tom Paxton's version of Joni Mitchell's Urge for Going. This came out great, and that's how they kind of opened the show. And then at the end, he went through Wish You Were Here, and I worked on. I played that. Dave came in with the violin. Ron sang it. It was great. Somebody had asked about video. There is video somewhere, but it's just like on an iPhone. So I'll have to take a look at it and see if it's fit for general consumption. More on that later, if I can track down that file. So small. So we didn't go to great lengths to set up video. That's just the way it worked there. Okay, I think that is all. Oh no, so I was going to say one more thing about Wish You Were Here. No, it wasn't. Maybe I'll just play it. that's it. I got to get back to working on lessons and nursing some injuries. I'll tell you more about those later. Nothing serious, but man, gotta be careful what you do on a bike nowadays. Okay, next week. Anything exciting happening next week? No, but we're no, just some new packs coming out and maybe some cool new tunes. I'm still working on a couple of. Still leaning towards. I'm still looking for the next complicated instrumental. So now that we're, we finished Cavatina and other stuff like that. So those of you that are looking for, well, I heard Through the Grapevine is going to end up being kind of complicated, but okay. I shouldn't speculate on camera here. That is it. I'm out of here for May 15th, and more will be coming your way next week.